I always wondered, there's actually a canon in Nicaea that is against kneeling on Sundays. I always wondered about that. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I do vaguely remember reading that. And the thing you got to remember is that certain rules or rubrics or whatever about like when we kneel and when we stand, those are regionally specific. So those are not rules that are binding on worldwide Christianity. Um, Certain regions, and even within regions, perhaps even at the diocesan level, there are certain things that a region or a locality has the authority to dictate. So now I don't know what it's like in Canada, but in the U.S. we all know when to kneel and when to stand during Mass. But that's not the same when I go to Europe and I go to Mass in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
They don't kneel and stand at all the same times. So that's specific to a certain region.
Mm-hmm.
And so the prohibition against kneeling on Sundays would be to emphasize that Sunday is a feast day for the
Right.
resurrection, not a fasting day. And kneeling is a position of penitence, right? So, there were certain movements in the early church, like people wanting to kneel every day, people wanting to fast every day,
Right.
where the church had to come back and say, okay, now let's not overdo it, because the spiritual life is a life of a rhythm of fasting and feasting, kneeling and standing.